In April 1883, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson rise early one morning to meet a young woman named Helen Stoner, who is in great fear of her life. She explains that her mother married her stepfather, Dr. Grimesby Roylott, in British India when Helen and her twin sister Julia were 2 years old. Dr. Roylott is the impoverished sole survivor of a formerly wealthy but ill-tempered, violent and amoral aristocratic Anglo-Saxon family in Surrey. He had served time in an Indian prison for killing his Indian butler in a rage. Afterwards, Roylott had moved to England and retired after Helen's mother was killed in a railway accident 8 years prior. The sisters lived at the heavy mortgaged and debt-ridden Roylott estate of Stoke Moran. Dr. Roylott's violent temper and physical strength make him a terror in the local village. The sisters did not live happily, but when Julia got engaged 2 years prior, things promised to improve. Shortly before her wedding day, Julia confided in Helen that she had heard a low whistle in the night. That same night, Helen was startled out of bed by her sister's scream. Helen found Julia at her door, warning of the Speckled band shortly before dying. The official inquest was unable to determine the cause of death. The room was securely locked both inside and outside, and the doctors could find no poison. 2 years later, it was Helen's turn to get engaged. However, when Roylott started repairs outside the house, she had to move into her sister's old room. One night, she heard the whistle that heralded her sister's death. Terrified, she approached Holmes the next day. After Holmes agrees to take the case, he is visited by Roylott, who threatens to harm him if he interferes. Undaunted, Holmes leaves for the courthouse to examine Helen's mother's will. Because of the fall in investment prices, the yearly income of £1,100 is not more than £750. Daughter can claim an income of £250 in case of marriage, and Roylott would not have much to live on. He and Watson then travel to Stoke Moran, where he scrutinizes the premises. Within Helen's room, he discovers her bed is anchored to the floor, an unconnected bell cord has been installed, and a ventilator hole connects her room to Roylott's. In Roylott's room, they notice a large safe and a saucer of milk. Holmes warns Helen to move to her old room that night, while he and Watson stay in Julia's room. Holmes remarks to Watson that Roylott is comparable to Doctors William Palmer and Edward William Pritchard. After a tense wait, they hear a slight metallic noise and see a dim light through the ventilator, followed by a hissing sound. Holmes lights a candle and strikes at the bell cord, and they hear a terrifying scream. Holmes and Watson go to Roylott's room where they see the Speckled band, a venomous snake which Holmes identifies as the most poisonous snake in India. Angered by Holmes's blows, the snake had attacked Roylott, killing him. The official inquest rules Roylott met his fate while indiscreetly playing with a dangerous pet. Though Holmes also admits to indirectly killing Roylott, he does not foresee it troubling him and chooses not to tell the police Roylott's full motive to spare Helen any further grief.